Hey everyone, and welcome to PGN Live. It is September 23rd, 2025. Let's go. I'm going to give a moment for folks to hop in here as I set up the stream myself with that pop out chat that I like. As you can tell, I'm wearing my Grogu shirt. No coincidence there. No. I watched that Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. I'm looking forward to the movie. I'm feeling the Star Wars hype. Hopefully, you are all Star Wars fans as well and are looking forward to the movie. Let me know, chat. What do you think? Does the movie look good to you? I know there are already some of you here as the likes are going up and the amount watching is going up. I'll see the comments shortly. And we've got Mrs. Paul Gale Network in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Mrs. Paul Gale Network. That's a nice name you've got there. Gail Garcia is also here. Hello there. Mario Master, hey. State of Play is announced for tomorrow. Yes, it is. Yvonne Francois, hi Paul. I was looking for the stream all day. Oof. You'll see why it took a while for me to hop on today. Tomorrow's short, which drops tonight at midnight publicly, and which will go up a few hours early for Greenbelt members, although for the month of September I extended it for Blue Belt members, and actually I've been doing it for White Belt members, but I think I'm going to go probably with Blue Belt members for this one. Maybe I'll keep it to White. We'll see. But it's a special one. It took a little bit of time to make this short. That's the whole point, right? The shorts are supposed to be easy to create, easy to deliver, high in fun. This one's definitely high in fun, but it took a little bit more time to make, though hopefully y'all like it. Oh, the Cringe Prophet saying hello to PGN and hello to Mrs. PGN and chat. Oh wow, PlayStation doing an event? Yes. I have a leather belt. I have a leather belt. Published? I don't know if I get the context of that comment. But that's cool that you have a leather belt. I made a leather belt back in the day when I was in Boy Scouts. I still have it. I made it when I was like 10, I think. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. But cool that you have a leather belt. Oh, I think I know why you said I have a leather belt. Because it's for green belt members normally. And for the rest of August into September, I put it to blue belt members. But some of these shorts and stuff, I've just been making it available to all white belt members and above early. Probably starting October 1st, potentially starting tonight. I'll make it back to blue or realistically green and above, but we'll see. Tomorrow's short is definitely a special one, though. Yeah. So it's one of my favorites that I've done. I'll put it like this way. I'll put it like this. The little tease. I've watched my own short without it going up on YouTube yet numerous times. And not because I've been editing it a lot. I mean, I spent some time editing it, but it's just funny. It's just fun. I've had a lot of fun with it. I'll say that. Well, how are you all doing today? Yeah, published. I got you. It took me a second. I have a leather belt. And I'm like, wait, what? No, I got it. I got it. Yeah, tomorrow's state of play. That's pretty exciting. Boy, if they show off Wolverine, I'm gonna be stoked. That would be the biggest win. Let's see. You know what? Maybe I'll just put it up now. Hmm. No time like present to turn this day around. Hopefully, the day's already going well. Did I see the new Pala World Fam game trailer? No, I have not. But I am going to drink out of this fine green Luigi cup to match my green Grogu shirt today. Some cranberry juice, ice cubes. I've been out in the sun a lot. I guess that could be a slight hint. I was outside. Very small hint there. Wolverine is made by Insomniac, so it's going to be a great game like the Spider-Man games. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Insomniac is a great studio. They really delivered these last 5 years. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Spider-Man 2, and then now Wolverine. That's like 5 high-quality games, probably in a 6-year span. Well, no, I guess Spider-Man was 18, right? And by the time Wolverine comes out, yeah, it's like a 6-year span. 5 high-profile titles. It's good. Have a chat about Nintendo and 136 years of being in business. So much to talk about. Biggest win would be Bloodborne Remake. Here's to hoping my suffering ends tomorrow. Greetings to everyone, Roger Enyard says. Hope you are all having a great Tuesday. I'll be lurking for a short while I'm cooking, microwaving dinner. Be back shortly. Keep the fun rolling. What you microwaving, Roger? What's in the microwave today? I'm gonna say potatoes, chicken, carrots, and some rice. I don't know why. I'm just going with rice and potatoes combined, double carbohydrates there, chicken and carrots. Not sure if it's me. Your volume sounds low. Thank you for letting me know. Let's try this. Is that a little bit better? Mandalorian has the best sniper. Fire Legend says chicken is part of it. Okay, I got one of those. His volume is usually low. Is it usually low? These are good things to know. So I could make it a little bit better without making you all increase your volume. Nintendo Prime. Whoa! Oh, Nate. Oh, have I got a video for you. Ooh, boy. I'm going to tempt your chat into having not just you watch it live, but you have the opportunity to play it live, perhaps. Yeah. I think, Nate, you'll get a similar reaction, but very different than you did with the GTA 5 one. I think you're all going to like it. Your hype for this makes me question reality. Oh, you've got no idea, dude. It's so funny. It's so fun. It's so fun. In some ways, the most amount of work was put into making this one. Um, yeah, I don't know. Ah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear all of your thoughts. Not to hype it up too much, but you know what? I'm gonna hype it up. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. When it's so good, it means it's gonna get like 30 views. Because the more effort I put in, the fewer people show up. You know, I stand there doing my usual thing, and then boom, it's got like 1,000 likes, 1,500 views, 8,000 views, 20,000 views. I put some effort in, a little bit of music, a little bit of danger, some mystery. 700 people. It's okay. The real ones are there. Okay, I already knew about the PF fan. I was there when it dropped in the middle of the night. The PF fan? The PF fan. I'm not sure. PF fan? No, I doubt. I think it's going to be a viral one. Mrs. Paul Gale Network says it's a fun one. She is correct. It is fun. I was on the verge of leaving Switch 2 Direct, then Mario Galaxy 2 movie. Leave the Direct? The Mario Galaxy movie was like 5 minutes in. How could you leave the Direct at that point? Come on now. Oh, Nate is talking to Pokemon fan. Okay. This is about the new Pal World game. Okay. Well, we've got tomorrow. Less effort means more likes and views. It is true, Mario Master. Gosh dang it, it's true. I've seen that over the years. It's like, well, that one was successful, but not all of the time. I was thinking back to a time where like I just made a basic Shotokan karate martial arts tutorial video, and it got like 156,000 views, used all over the world, multiple different studios, organizations, and like, it did some good. It did some good. It helped out a lot of dojos, learn the right way and stuff like that. And then I put in some effort with some tutorial, with some cuts here and there, and put it up in a little bit different lighting, and it's like 426 views. Like, way different. Algorithm is messed up sometimes, but oh well. But then like the Dragon Ball Z one, that was some effort, and that one got like 97,000 views or something like that. So there are times where the effort pays off, and other times it's like, yeah, not at all. But whatever, it's okay. Let's talk about what you want. Well, we could either go with the PlayStation State of Play tomorrow and what you would want to see in it, or talk about some of your favorite games, moments, memories from Nintendo in the last 136 years. That's kind of a very broad topic. We could go in any direction. But that's a little bit of the inspiration for today and today's live stream. Talk about your favorite people at NOA or NCL. Any top games. Just random stuff. You know what? We're gonna leave it right here on Nintendo Prime there. I wasn't born. Nobody was born. Nobody alive today was around in 1889. Nope. Too long ago. I mean, could there be some old person somehow somewhere in the world who's like 140? Questionable. You get stories once in a while like, oh yeah, oldest man alive just passed away, 129. Really? Maybe. My great grandma lived to 108. So going past 100, approaching the 110s, people even that are one teens, low 120s, possible. Anyways, we're not talking gaming anymore. Now we're talking random stuff. If we're having random talk, that's okay. Ideally, it's random video game talk. But whatever the chat wants could be the conversation steerer today. 2004 Twilight Princess reveal was so great, and Melee 2001. Yeah, that's a good direction to go to, since the topic is so broad today, just talking random Nintendo stuff. State of play hopes for tomorrow. We could just do it like that. Drop a comment and I'll react to that Nintendo piece of history and go from there. That 2004 Twilight Princess reveal, that was a special one. For as much as I wanted, or I should say, for as much as I liked the Wind Waker, I remember when Nintendo showed it off at that Space World event, I was shocked. It looked cool. It was refreshing, unexpected. I saw the vision. It turned out much better than how it first looked, but I was sold when they showed it off. But it's not what I wanted, you know? What I wanted was that Space World 2000 footage of Link and Ganondorf facing off. That was next gen. Holy cow. That was a next gen video. You could see the fidelity difference in Luigi, in Luigi's Mansion game over Super Mario 64. You could see the difference in the geometry and the polygon work of those Pokemon dancing around than how they looked in Pokemon Snap or Pokemon Stadium. That demo of Super Mario 128 and 128 Marios running around on screen, and how much it was taxing or not taxing the Dolphin hardware, the Nintendo GameCube, impressive. Samus Aran looked stunning. Now, you know, she skipped out on N64 with the exception of Super Smash Bros., but it was beautiful. Perfect Dark, that Joanna Dark model, Wave Race, those racers. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? You know what? I'm going to pull up this video. Let's go to YouTube. Let's see. I think we would type in Space World 2000 GameCube demo. That should do it. Got some Pokemon. Luigi's Mansion. Then this. Ganondorf versus Link. Wow. Samus Aran. Metroid Prime. There's more out there that exists, but that's a little bit. We could watch this one again. How we got on this in the first place is chat was talking about the 2004 Zelda Twilight Princess reveal and how stunning that was. And then that got back to why was it so stunning? because what we got before it was the Wind Waker, which was terrific, but not what we were expecting, which because this is what we were expecting a few years earlier, right? That Space World footage. Since that is the talk, let's look at that Twilight Princess first reveal.
Thank you, Mr. Iwata. I hope you've all enjoyed our program this morning. But before you leave, I'd like you to step inside one more world for Nintendo GameCube.
Gosh, was this cool. The coolest thing in the world at the time. Best thing ever. Oh my gosh. Insane. Ridiculous. The music, the hype, how cool Link looked, the camera angles, that Balrog boss battle. Link looking just so badass there, putting the sword behind him. Mr. Miyamoto come out. Ah, it's the greatest thing ever. It was the coolest thing ever, man. This was my 5th E3 attending. I was 20 years old. The Nintendo GameCube was out for 2.5 years. Wow. Yeah, Mario Master. That was top tier. Melee reveal in 2001. Oh, I was there for that one too. Dang. Oh, wait, you're talking about Melee. Wait, the Melee reveal? I'm thinking the Brawl reveal. I remember the Melee reveal, but I remember the Brawl reveal even better because the Brawl reveal had Snake and Sonic, and that was huge. Wow, was that big. Oh, playing Pokemon for the first time and seeing the anime. The anime, yeah, dropped just a couple of weeks ago, was its anniversary. Yeah. 27th anniversary. And Pokemon the game, yeah, talk about a couple of little titles on some cartridges for a handheld system that was kind of old at that point, and how it just accelerated this old platform and took it to new heights and just brought a whole new life into it, and how the series itself just catapulted into stardom. Your first game was Pokemon Yellow. That's cool. A little bit after Red and Blue, but still within that generation. Link badass moment on the bridge was incredible. Meowth, that's right. I think I remember this. Pokemon Coliseum, Polygale Network of Darkness. 10,000 Noodles, welcome. Good evening. A single Mario versus a single gorilla. Who wins? Mario. Normal human? Not a chance. Mario, though? Yeah. OMG reminds me so many vibes, man. That was unbelievable to witness back in the day. Yeah. Best Pokemon games ever. Fight you. Which one? The Gale of Darkness, specifically? How about Hotel Marufukuro, a hotel located in Kyoto's historic Kajiyacho district? It occupies the exact site of Nintendo's original HQ, where the company was founded in 1889 by Fusajiro Yamauchi. Yeah, that would be pretty special to visit one of these days, you know? If I ever make it out to Kyoto, I definitely like to visit classic Nintendo, be in the footsteps of greatness. Can I put the 2004 Twilight Princess up? Yeah, I did that earlier. Uh, no love for Pokemon Coliseum or Gale of Darkness. No, those are both fun. I have chills over my body. Cool. I met the voice actor of James, Butch and Brock at Collecticon. That's neat. That's pretty neat. Robbie Rains, hi. JM Powers 83, hi. Which trailer? Next request. September 24th. I gotta check the time of that. 2 p.m. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. I won't be able to stream that live, but close to live. Close to live is possible. I won't be back home tomorrow until about like 2:15 p.m. or something like that, maybe like 2:30. So it's possible that I come home, not get spoiled, rewind, push play, and watch the state of play just after it being live. So some people in the chat could have already seen like the first 20 minutes and then be rewatching it, or just I'll watch it, maybe not do a live and just do a reaction video. Hopefully it's good. We'll see. Let me put a poll in the chat. See if any of you are even gonna watch it. Is anyone interested in the state of play tomorrow? Yeah, we'll just do a basic yes or no. How about that? $2 p.m., roughly 35 minutes. They'll probably have Ghost of Yote. One last little look. Maybe. I have that pre-ordered. I'm pretty excited. Let's see. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. First trailer. Let's check it out. Oh.
Happy birthday.
They would need to make a big cake for 136 candles? Yeah. I like that being recommended on YouTube is my own channel. There's Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, though. I remember when that came out.
Thank you, Mr. Iwata.
Bring back NBA Jam, NFL Blitz, and NHL Hits. Gosh, NHL Hits. That's been forever. Imagine watching in hope for Wolverine, but get marathoned. Dank Meme Center X. Maybe. Nintendo and Sony have had beef for years. I'm not watching a PlayStation thing. Mario Master saying, Metroid Prime 3 has been leaked. Yeah. So I saw the patents on Metroid Prime 3 corruption. I still think there's a good chance that we'll get 2 and 3 before. I'm not against 2 coming to NSO, but if it comes to NSO, that limits it to the Nintendo Switch 2 audience. If it's available a la carte to buy, then that's kind of cool, as a digital GameCube game. Could it be something like if you have a Nintendo Switch 2 and pay for expansion pack, you get it for free? Maybe, but then that really eliminates the Nintendo Switch 1 crowd, you know what I mean? And then you have Metroid Prime 3. Oh, well, without there being a Wii player, Nintendo could just drop it on NSO, but it would make more sense to have it available for sale. I still think we're going to get both, more likely than not, before Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. How we get it, though, we'll see. Speaking of Nintendo Prime, were you at his live stream when he had to do a Samus Hunter bombshus jiggly little dance? I know that when that name pops up on Nate's streams, he has a certain button that he plays. But I don't know if I was there for a dance. I'm not sure. Once it comes to GameCube NSO, yes. Just got out of my Spanish class. My brain is cooked, Tater Salad says. Oh, man. Yeah, that'll do that to you. My brain's cooked also, for a different reason. All the more hope for tomorrow's short to do well. You won't quite know the work that went into it. Whew. Paul, is the goal status for today $136? Yes. It's a different goal. $136. But we'll let the chat vote. It could be a little bit different today. 2 10s given out or 120 given out. Same amount, but 2 different people, little happy, are normal, or 1 person a little bit more happy, getting 20. We'll see. As much as Borderlands doesn't hit for me, why did Randy and crew keep saying Borderlands 4 was coming day and date, then delay it not once but twice? Surely dev time doesn't drastically change. Feedback, internal feedback, last minute realization that things could be a little bit better, not wanting negative reviews to all circulate and say, game's got bugs, game is not working, and then have to win people back later on, giving them the chance. Because sometimes first impression, boom, it's everything, and then there goes your hope of having a positive game sales, 38 days until Mia the Hollower releases. Play the Mina the Hollower trailer. We could do that. Normally, playing trailers are a $2 request, video game music dollar request, but we're celebrating some Nintendo history here, so we've got a little exception today. Mina the Hollower first trailer. catchy music. That's cool. Good music. Coming soon. Been a while in development. From that Kickstarter presentation like 3 years ago or more to being out in like a month and a half. Good for Yacht Club. Sony needs to show Wolverine. That Marvel license is becoming an albatross. No shot they've made back the like $400 million they paid for it. Think long run. It'll pay off. Robbie Rain says, I realize the chat here is basically the same chat as Nintendo Prime's. A smaller portion. But yeah, there are a lot of names in here that I see in Nate's streams. Quite a bit. Thank you all for being here, too. Nintendo Prime will be live, I think, in 50 minutes. So, once we're done, hop on over there. It releases on Halloween? That's right, yeah. All the GameCube games could be easily worth $50 themselves. You know, I'm pretty sure people would complain, but realistically, if Nintendo took just about any single Nintendo GameCube game of theirs, like let's say they took Star Fox Adventures, and they just made sure it runs in 16:9 at 60 frames per second, 1080p on Nintendo Switch, 4K on Nintendo Switch 2, a little bit of an improvement in some lighting and some shadows, perhaps some small texture work, some small bump up in polygons, little bit of a quality of life feature update, such as being able to save at any time, anywhere, pause, boom, boom, done. Some faster loading. There you go. And release it for $50. You'd have folks complaining. Still. Oh, how could you do that? That's a 23-year-old game and but if it's a good quality game from that era that had a significant amount of improvements put into it, basically almost a Metroid Prime remastered level, right? Something between Skyward Sword HD and Metroid Prime Remastered, perhaps. I think any GameCube game from Nintendo's would be worth $50. Look at the Wind Waker HD, worth $60, but that was significantly more, right? Look at Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. That was $60, but it was a remake. So I'm talking a little bit less, and I would say any of those would be worth $50. You go a little above and beyond, and almost any GameCube game, in terms of its length, complexity, amount that it offers, etc., I would say it would be worth $50 standalone. Especially when you consider that, games used to cost more back then, right? Minimum wage was less. We've got inflation working against us, devaluing the dollar, which is then why minimum wage just goes back up more. I say it over and over again. Like, I'm grateful that gaming has stayed a relatively constant 60 over the years. Went down to 50, up to 60, and then only now is going up more. You know? But yeah, sign me up for $50 GameCube ports that are, just call them remasters. $60, you have me in for full on remake. Or I should say that opposite. Full on remake, you have me full on in for $60. I mean, especially if you want to go the Resident Evil 4 route. GameCube game, bam, full pumped up. Visuals, total overhaul, from the ground up remake. That thing is worth like a 60, 70, you know. Sega won't get me Skies of Arcadia. My wallet is exciting for them to pull the trigger. There you go. Whether you want to take the Sega Dreamcast original or the Nintendo GameCube release of Skies of Arcadia, touch it up. 16 by 9, widescreen, 1080p or 4K. Tighten up some stuff, improve some quality of life, camera angle control movement, a little bit of a touch up in polygon models. Yeah, throw in some extra texture work, lighting, shadows, improve load times, save anywhere, release at $50. Worth it! You want to go buy a Dreamcast now in 2025 or a Nintendo GameCube now in 2025, deal with the cables, hook it up to a TV, or buy an old TV and then buy the game and then maybe spend more. I don't know how much Skies of Arcadia is going for on eBay now and play it. Okay, yeah. Or would you really not be willing to spend $50 on like a remake or remaster? 60 for a full remake? Come on. Thank Meme Center X. I'm with you. I hope Skies of Arcadia comes out. Do you think we get Prime 2 and 3 before 4? I do think so, Dwayne. I'm on the fence that it's not a guarantee. Nothing is necessarily, but I don't think there's not enough time. I do think that it's possible that they run the risk of having it too crammed, but I don't think there's not enough time. I think they could pull it off. It would be great to have a new multiplayer Metro game on Switch too. Yeah, that was one of my thoughts of Metro Prime 4 Beyond, but I don't think that is the case anymore. Mina, the Hollow World looks cool. Yeah, it does, Corny Puddle. I don't know why who Henry the Hamster is, but it has some dude named Nintendo Prime that loves him and can't remember the ending to Ocarina of Time. I feel like half of what I typed didn't show up. What about Pikmin 1 and 2 situation? What about it? I think that was a very good deal, right? It was cheaper than 60. That's how I came up with the $50 tag. Very reasonable. And then if they add more content, then touch it to 60 would be valid. Yeah, I agree. Hi, Nintendo's All-Stars. What's the likelihood of us getting GameCube ports when GameCube NSO now exists? The likelihood of that. It could be a case-by-case situation, especially as third parties, have some more control. Like, if effort doesn't want to be put into 007 Nightfire, right, in making some kind of grand remake, go ahead, throw it on NSO, get a little money, build up a little bit of hype in the James Bond brand, and get some more people interested in your new game. Maybe that's what they do. But perhaps some games will be releasing on the GameCube NSO app, and at the same time, Nintendo chooses for others to give it like a remastered treatment. F-Zero, still testing the waters, perhaps. So instead of remastering F-Zero GX, okay, fine, let's just throw F-Zero GX on NSO, see if people are still playing it after F-Zero 99, and go from there before we make a brand new F-Zero game and put all that money into it. But then something like what could be a good one that Nintendo would be like, you know what? Let's remake this one. I was gonna say Kirby Air Rider, but that one's getting like a full-on sequel, right? Mario Kart Double Dash? Probably not the most likely. Super Smash Bros. Melee? Probably not gonna get like a remaster remake. More likely than not, NSO. Although you could always make the argument for Super Smash Bros. Melee so big, so loved, that if it did get some kind of remastered treatment, they could sell it as its own individual remastered title and buy time before the next new Super Smash Bros. Title comes out. You know what I mean? Because they know that's a guaranteed multi-million seller. That the money that they would put into remastering Melee and making it online official without any kind of, emulation or third-party device in order to, make that real. Yeah, it's something we could see. So I don't know about the likelihood, but it's possible. You never know what Nintendo's going to do. Reading some comments back and forth. There should be a demo for Mino the Hollow Word in the eShop. There's a demo for Tawa, but not Mins. Hey Galeverse, hey J Biggs, Mr. NY for life. What's up? I would love to see True Crime New York and LA remaster come to Switch 2. I remember those games. That could be good. 10,000 Noodles saying Star Fox Adventures with some touch-ups could be great. Yeah. I'm the only person that says bombshus, right? Oh, thank you. Nintendo Prime with the salmon. That's right. It's a nice shirt. I wouldn't want to buy Mario Brothers 3 for the 5th time just because of the convenience factor, and then you getting into a pricing scaling based on game preserved value in the market. I mean, I think Super Mario Brothers 3 being available the way it is on NSO is just fine. 9 days into the release of Galaxy 1 and 2, yeah, Robbie Rains. It's going to be exciting. Might be caught up. I think we're caught up. Let's do Pokemon Coliseum first trailer. It's been a while since I've seen this.
New faces, new world, Pokemon Coliseum. An all-new role-playing adventure takes place in the Ore region. A sinister organization has corrupted Pokemon. You must snag the Shadow Pokemon to save them. To restore balance to the world of Pokemon, travel to the far corners of Ore. A new hero, new friends, new foes. Let the adventure begin. Supercharged battles await you. Bring your team from Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire for high-stakes battles, big adventure, massive battles. A new world of Pokemon explodes onto the Nintendo GameCube with Pokemon Coliseum.
It's funny seeing trailers from back then. They play a little bit differently than the ones today. To be honest, the Switch 1 doesn't have NSO for GameCube, so they can get an airport of some games that wouldn't make the service anyway. Like Beautiful Joe or Phantasy Star Online, episode 1 and 2. Yeah, Beautiful Joe is another really good one. Same with Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 3, Rebel Strike. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid, The Twin Snakes. Resident Evil Code Veronica. Although that's a Dreamcast original. I mean, I want to see 1080p Avalanche. I'd like to see Wave Race Blue Storm, you know. Excite Bike 64. Oh, that's Excite Bike 64. Yeah. Yeah. Excite Bike, I wouldn't mind coming back, you know. J Biggs. Along with Twin Snakes, absolutely. Tomb Raider Legends, Dead to Rights, GoldenEye, Rogue Agent. And even though they were on Wii, yeah. Red Steel, I can see it. Conduit, Scarface, Godfather. Oh gosh. Not Mad World. Hold on. Was it called Mad World? Mad World for Wii? The black and white one. Mad World for Wii? Yeah, Mad World. Yeah, this was a pretty cool game. Sega and Platinum Games. Huh. Wonder how Mad World would do as a port or a remaster. Can you put up the Super Smash Bros. Melee 2001 trailer? Sure. Super Smash Bros. Melee first trailer. This is not the intro song, though. Tater salad. Let me see if this is... That's the one. No? I want... Tater salad, I read that. I'm stuck at work and my daughter just FaceTimed me because she gave her brother a haircut. She shaved it off. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
Which one most popular character should be ready to appear in games when Nintendo GameCube comes to market? We think we've got a great answer.
J Biggs, Mad World on Wii, yeah. Dang, I got goosebumps because this is the music. This is the trailer right here. Oh, dude, the goosebumps are all over right now. What a jump up in graphics. Such a beautifully put together trailer, my goodness. The game's intro is stunning. The GameCube holds up quite well, you know? So freaking cool. This was my second E3. I was 17. Wow. Seeing Bowser in the game, his model, looks so cool. Jay Biggs, you love Subspace Emissary? Yeah. Look at this. Look at Bowser, dude. Look how cool he is. Yeah, JM Power's big improvement in graphics over at 64. Roy was my best character in Melee. Look at that, how good the Great Bay was in Melee over, or I should say compared to what the Great Bay looked like in Majora's Mask on N64. Dude, that was pretty wild.
15 years later, I smell this bag.
Nearly all of Nintendo's popular characters have been vividly brought to life on Nintendo GameCube.
Jeez, look at Mr. Miyamoto and Bill Trinan back then. Boy.
Tomorrow you can actually play it on the show floor.
Heck yeah, we could play it.
We're going to continue to make games like this for Nintendo GameCube, the kind that you can play with your friends and your family.
Super cool. Oh, I just saw Mega Man 1. Where was that? Obviously from not Melee, but rather Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. That Mega Man reveal was wild. I was there at the show floor. It was both Nintendo's last and first of a kind press conference at E3. Nintendo, prior to this moment, held their E3 conferences at the Nokia Center. At least that's what it was known at the time. And they were live. I attended them, you know. It was big audience. Few thousand of us journalists clapping, going wild over Nintendo's games. And third-party announcements. Skyward Sword being shown off on stage for the first time. Wii U being shown off for the first time. Of course, that was done by the time Nintendo Switch came out. We entered the Direct era. But there was this last E3 where they invited not even all media. It was a small section of media. It was actually really, really cool. I'm really grateful that I got to be there. This was in 2013. It was the last time that Nintendo had us come to them, but also the first time that they just streamed it. So we were there live, like a live Nintendo press conference, at Nintendo's booth in the LA Convention Center, in that West Hall exhibit area, closed off. Nintendo's booth, private, just a couple hundred people, not even the few thousand of us media folk that normally got to go to, uh, Nokia Center for the press conference. This was a smaller group, and we were there down below while they dropped this presentation that was broadcast live on the internet at the same time as we were seeing it. But we got to talk and hear them and interview and schmooze all ahead of time. This was E3 2013, and I actually got a really cool, fun story that I might share one of these days. Yeah, I'll share one of these days. Yeah, it was a special one. It was a special one. But then we got to play it, experience the booth, and then later on they opened it up for more media, and then they opened it up for the public to come in with their passes and stuff, and it's just really fun. That was it. That was when Miyamoto had problems with the Wii remotes when he was showing off Skyward Sword, right? Yeah, like a lot of data flying back and forth. Keep in mind, like, this is a full-on iPhone and other smartphone time period, and things were getting in the interference of what the Wii remote was trying to do, and all that. I mean, normally you have interference that stuff could be signaling off anyways from cell phones, right? But now, with 3G, 4G, Bluetooth, everybody having something. People coming with their 3DSs, right? Yeah, there's a lot. Street passes firing off left and right. Yeah, had a little bit of a hiccup. Yeah, Nintendo's decision to later on go with the directs, it worked out really well. By the way, we are probably going to end the stream in 3 minutes. Thank you all for being here. I don't think it's likely that we're going to hit our 64 goal or our 136 goal. The poll, however, did say that yes, 69% are planning on watching the State of Play. I'll end that. Wile E. Coyote Super Genius said, I pre-ordered Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. It is still worthwhile to play with the Pro Controller. Are you asking, is it worthwhile? Yeah. Yeah, you don't need the Nintendo GameCube controller. You'll enjoy the game just fine. Or the games, I should say, just fine with a Pro Controller. Yeah. And you could always remap buttons if you'd like, on the system side. You could just go into the console settings and remap. You'll be alright. Any other questions, by the way? Before we end the stream. Any other Nintendo memories? Nintendo questions? State of Play hopes? I'm just going to say right now, Wolverine. As for surprises, if they pulled out something like a new Sly Cooper, or decided, hey, Uncharted, we're coming back after all, I'd be very happy with either Sly Cooper or Uncharted. Naughty Dog's new game, that space one. What was that one called? Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. I'm curious about that one. That one might be cool. We'll see. Yeah, I guess Intergalactic, that would be fun to see. Wolverine. And then surprises. dang, I could go for, like I said, a new Uncharted of some sort. Although that's probably not likely if they're going to have Intergalactic there, right? They're working on that game. Or a new Sly Cooper, just because this generation we got a new Ratchet and Clank, which was really good. Getting a new Sly Cooper of that type of caliber quality would be great. Probably not the most likely, but would be cool. But I'll be watching it. Like I said, I'll probably be late for streaming purposes, but I might just watch it later on. Maybe stream it for those that are tuning in late also that don't care as much about watching it online right when it starts, or just my own reaction video later. JM Powers 83, Switch and Switch 2 need Street Pass. I never understood what they did, but I always liked getting one. Street Pass, that was fun. Getting a little notification on your 3DS, being able to share a puzzle piece with someone, have them join your army and fight to rescue your Mii and stuff. That's pretty cool. Should we play the Mega Man one? We'll end the stream with this. Gosh, we went wild. Such good music, such a cool bop. Realistically, what a big bump up in visuals the Wii U was over Wii. Well, the problem is, it came quite some time later, after Wii was already up against comparable visuals in PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 for a whole generation. But that Mega Man 2 music, dude, undeniably awesome. If I remember correctly, we got Mega Man first, and then later on, like 20 minutes later, we got Wii Fit Trainer. Dang, that was cool. Well, thank you very much for y'all being here. We hit our Nintendo 64-minute goal. Actually, 68 minutes right there. Right now, so I guess you could say that's a 64-minute stream plus a 4 megabyte expansion pack's worth of extra talk time. Yeah. I hope you're looking forward to tonight's short. It's gonna be fun. 10,000 Noodles. I'm just about to end it, but I'll read your comment before we go. I'm back. I know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop, and the world isn't ready to hear the truth. Wow. Well, if you ever want to share it, that could be some pretty valuable information, you know. People have been wanting to know this for like over 30 years. Ooh. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. Oh, wow. Whoa. Whoa. Real? Maybe. Oh, snap. Oh my gosh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Interesting. Borderlands. We talked about that earlier. The Owl said 3. Good evening, Paul, and hello, everyone. Hey, David Patterson. We're just ending this. Paul, aliens. I do like me some Smash Bros. Heck yeah. Mario Master, I hope to. Thunder Sash sighting. Yep, that's right. All right, cool. Well, thank you again for being here. Stay tuned for tomorrow's short. It's going to be pretty sweet. Y'all have a good one. Nintendo Prime will be streaming in like 16 minutes, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow probably. Tomorrow's Wednesday. State of Play. Maybe afterwards, like I said. We'll see. Tater Salad, thanks. Paul Gale Network in chat. Thank you too. Yvonne Francois, bye y'all. Mario Master, bye. Cool, cool, cool. Good night, good night. Good to see you all. Corny Puddle, bye. 10,000 Noodles, bye. Have a good one. Thanks again.